speaking of Jack Love, how long did it take you to get used to the particular atmosphere John Barrowman creates on set?
It's what you saw on the panel and last night at the screening. That's what it is. He is who he is, and he's fun, and he's loud, and he's laughing. And are you kidding me? The very first time we worked together, we were doing the scenes where it's like the reveal, and he's in the coat and chasing me and into the fountain together, and all of a sudden we're in the fountain, and he's breaking out into song. He's singing in the rain, and here's John, and I'm just thinking this is going to be an absolute ride, and it has been, because he's a definition of a star to me. He exudes quality. I laugh. My mom and I'm just like, I'm in love. My husband, they're best friends. Every single person that meets him says, "Oh, John." Like, he has that male-female like you slightly fall in love. And that's what my character. You see her fall in love, like in a friendship way. She falls hard for him. I can put myself with her.
Do you feel that Esther? I mean, it's obvious that Esther is sort of the in for the audience because she's like joining this world. Does that give you sort of a responsibility to kind of play that?
In a way, I say it's kind of the passing of the torch. For those of you that saw season 1, when was the highs for the new viewer, and what an honor it is to even be shadowing her in any sort of parallel is fantastic. And there's that pressure. You want to. More than anything, it's not for the current fan. They're hooked, and they know that this is a fantastic show, and it's for the new viewer, and just introducing, and somebody picks up, and they don't have to have seen Doctor Who or be part of the world. But Esther answers those questions. It's like, what's Torchwood? Hey, I'll find out. Who's that mysterious man in the coat? I'll be in his arms in 2 seconds. I'll find out for you. So she digs quickly, and I like the way that Russell writes, because it's not a bunch of boring exposition. We're like, really? Do we have to, one for an actor? I don't want to say all that. It's boring. And the audience that's a fan is like, we know that. Let's dig deeper and get something fresh and new. And I think that the style he writes affords just more time for the experience.
I just love that back and forth you have about the culture clash and explaining like what things mean, what tips are, and stuff like that. That is like for the audience, you're speaking to one or the other.
I was just saying, there's that fine line. I got the script and I was like, how do I say this without looking like a snotty know-it-all? Like, I'm so smart and you're stupid. Because Esther, she has that. She's written. She's a level of her mind is in a capacity that many of us will never know. And I thought it was it's a way to lighten it, and that's kind of what Torchwood does best. It's the moments where it's this serious and levity that is sprinkled with the humor, or when we're laughing, it's a dark situation. And I think it's as far as from my end as experience as an actor, it's a really nice combination of not like just crying the whole time or just making someone laugh the whole time. It's a true mix of dramedy to me.
So, speaking of very cute wardrobe,
Right? I read your mind. I know, my friend. Yes.
How do you like wearing heels?
Right now, I have them on because I was like, Esther can do it. I gotta get all script up for this. I can do it. The heels were a funny issue.
Because you're not, the character itself is this very sharp, New York sharp.
Yes.
I think when we were talking her as this kind of like G.I. Jane British style with her flair, leather's place. But you're a little bit more proper and prep. How do you enjoy that, playing with guns and trying to not show?
Not show. I'm in my high heels, tottering around. I think that's what's kind of to me. It's something that you find appealing about Esther is she's so innocent and new to the world that it's kind of a fun visual journey to watch her stumble and find herself, and you'll see she has this really great fight coming up, but she's like Gwen. She doesn't know what she's doing. Or Gwen could take someone out with one shot. She's it's sloppy, and you know, and a couple times she'll do things, and you as audience are like, what are you doing? Because it, you know, can jeopardize the mission for a moment, but it's all in good intentions. It's always truly from an innocent standpoint. So just watching her step from behind the computer to trying to be a little bit of a badass, it's kind of that neat oxymoron of this like prim and proper, and you'll see her change throughout the season. The character style changes, and I just think you see her go from this to I'm here and I'm here to help save the world and stuff.
Yeah, since your introduction kind of very neatly mirrored Gwen's introduction back in the original season one of Torchwood, did that help you identify your character more? And do you see Esther maybe in future seasons becoming more like action woman?
Like a tough gal. You do see a little bit more, so I think she's always so needed behind the computer though, because we all know this, you know, you can only fight so much, but she's the one that's supplying the information and intelligence. But, you know, there is that slight parallel and an honor to be right there with Eve. But, you know, it's she's her own person and her own self, and the way that Russell wrote her, we had a sit-down meeting, and it was very clear where he wanted Esther to go. They gave me a lot of wiggle room, but it was like, we're starting here, and this is where I want her to go. And he had it so fleshed out. All I had to do was come in and breathe life and words into it.
Your last question.
Yeah, right, so I'll do it for
what is your one thing that you brought to the character that's very much your trademark?
I think you do see a lot of my personality. Or fun. There's like a little like girl next door side to me that I'll sprinkle in a little bit, because I found it. I won't do it when it's not appropriate, but with her, I found that that's who she is, and she truly has good intentions and means the best. So any of the fun, getting a smile, that's me.
Thank you. By the way, I love your